What's up, YouTube? First and foremost, shout out to Alien Army. Raise up, stand up, hit a like button, and definitely drop a comment. If you don't know what Alien Army is, those are people that rock with me heavy, they rock with me tough by being subscribed and always hitting the like button and always dropping a comment. I understand that you might not know what to put as a comment. You can put an alien emoji, type in UFO, put that as emoji, and any question, comments, or concerns, I do respond to 99.9% of my comments. If you take the time to write something, I'm gonna take the time to read it and respond. I know it's easier for me because I'm a smaller channel, but however, when I get really big, I already have a system in place so that I can always do that. So checking in. If you want to bless me or show me love, my Cash App's the same as my YouTube name, AlienAscend. I'll put that in the description as well. If anybody wants to reach out to me on private messages or anything like that, or want to chop it up with me, I'll put my email inside the description as well. I'll tell you the email. It's alienarmycontact@gmail.com. And I'll shout out to the donations as well, so I wanted to throw that out there as well. Jump straight into this video: homeless miracle or coincidence. Okay, so this is not a planned video, and I'm gonna be talking quite a bit about this stuff. So as I said, I'm gonna tell you what happened, and then you can tell me in the comments if you think it was a miracle, if it was a coincidence. What do you think? I know what I think, and I'll talk about it a little bit later in the video, so you can watch what I think. But I'm gonna tell you the circumstances, and then you can let me know. All right. So first of all, guess what? I got this hotel for another 7 days. Was it a miracle or a coincidence? Let me tell you what happened. So I'll get that out of the way first. I go downstairs to go ahead and check out. I've already put everything in my car. Well, I saw that they were open this morning. I was worried that fireworks might have landed in my car or something like that might have happened. So I've been up early. I checked on that early in the morning, like around 7 o'clock. And then I went ahead and packed my car up and went to go ahead and say, hey, I'm checking out. That guy said, the guy at the desk said, no, you're still good for a week. And then went ahead and recharged my card. What am I going to recharge my card? I had to give him my room key, and then he updated it for a week. When he does that, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, did my friend Angel, did she, for some reason, pay another week or something like that? I give her a call. When I give her a call, she's like, no, but can you find out if they charged my card? Find out if they charged it and let me know what the last 4 digits on the card is. And she's like, no, I didn't. She's like, I'm gonna go ahead and go through, she says she's gonna go ahead and find her card from her purse, and then, for me to go ahead and find out what's the name of it, and then find the last 4 digits of the card. They should at least have that on file, or at least, see it, right? So I go ahead and I'm talking to the person, and it's not her name, and it's not the last 4 digits of the card. Whoever the name is, like the guy told me the name, never met the person in my life, don't know who they are, anything like that, but they paid my room for a week. While I'm talking to the person and stuff like that, I was like, I just want to make sure she's not going to get charged again, and he's telling me the name, and I'm like, okay, this is he's like, just tell me what's going on. Like, hey, yeah, this person, the person actually paid yesterday. They came in yesterday. They did close early because yesterday was the 4th of July. However, somebody came in and paid for my room, and nobody knows my room number other than her and her husband and her family. They know, I have people that know that what hotel I'm in, but they would ask me or tell me, and nobody would. I would be honest, nobody would just go and do something like that, or at least I don't think they would. When she's checking her purse and I was talking to that guy, she sends me a text message with my spare key, my spare Honda key, and I have it. That's in my possession. She takes a picture of it. She's like, look what I found in my purse. It's my Honda key. It's not supposed to be in her purse. There's no reason, no rhyme, no explanation, nothing like that. I want to take a step back real quick. She used to hold my spare key before I even moved to the state. When I graduated trucking school and I got my license, I had went back out west to actually go ahead and fill out the stuff to upgrade it. So that was like, graduate, got my license, I go back out west. When I go west, I go to the right DMV. I let them know, my license needs to be upgraded to the Class A with the tanker endorsement and all that crap. I do that, but then I also I had to wait to be assigned a trainer, and that could happen at any time. If you need some home time, you put in an email and you send the email to the trucking company and say, I'm not ready to be onboarded yet. And you have up to 30 days to let them know when you're ready, or they're going to drop you and they're going to have to go through orientation again or something along those lines. However, if you say that you are ready and it takes over 30 days for a trainer, you're getting paid the whole time. Once you say that you're ready to be onboarded and go on a trainer's truck, if there's a shortage of trainers or anything like that, it doesn't matter. You're getting paid every single week. And some people did wait longer than a month. Some people got it instantly. It's kind of like where you were going to be at. I said I was on home time. I went ahead and I came out here to visit her, and then I also had a birthday at that time. So like I have friends other than her out here, and I came out here for a birthday thing and stuff like that. And I had a conversation with her, and I was like, listen, if anything should ever happen to me while I'm on the road, when I get picked up by a trainer and stuff like that, and when I'm doing this for you, I need you to have my spare key. And I told her, I was like, this is what I would like for you to do if I should pass away. I told her everything, like, hey, do this, and do this, and hold my spare key and everything else. Make sure you come get my car. I wanted the car for her daughters is what I wanted, and that if there was an emergency, she could sell it, but I really didn't want that car to be sold and stuff like that. And I had given her some other instructions just in case something should happen. I trust her that much, you know what I mean? So when I ended up moving here, I also, the day I got my apartment, I gave her a spare key to that as well, and I did that because I was driving trucks at night and stuff like that. So I've always trusted her with those things. When I went ahead and said I was going to go to CarMax that day, and I was going to sell my car, I got my spare Honda key, because when you sell your car to CarMax, they want both copies of keys. I don't think I think they will deduct money if you don't have that second key, because they're going to reprogram the keys or get you a new set so that you never go back and steal your old car. That's what I assume, right? But she checks her purse, and I tell her, and she's like, wow. I tell her the name, and I tell her the last four for the card number. She's like, yeah, it wasn't me and anything like that. She's like, I would have loved, she's nice as hell. She's like, I would have loved to be able to get you another week, but no, I don't got it like that. And I was like, no, I wasn't asking. I was like, I'm just surprised. I got this place for another week, and somebody else paid for it, and the name I've never heard of in my life. For privacy reasons, I'm not going to say their name, of course, right? Could somebody have seen me could somebody from YouTube seen me here and pay for it and just be nice? Sure, but I would imagine that if somebody recognized me from being on YouTube, that they would have talked to me, and nobody, I've never been recognized as far as I understand. Nobody's ever walked up to me and said, oh, Alien, hey bro, you know what I mean? That's never happened. Nonetheless, she finds my Honda key in her purse. There's no explanation for that at all. I had it in my backpack in my not my apartment, but in this room. Since I've got this room, she came over here when I she had to show her her ID and swipe her credit card thing, and then also before they give us the room, they asked us to go take a look at the room first and see if it was okay. And we went up here, and that was the only time she was ever in my hotel room. Walked in here, saw that it was clean. It actually smelled like bleach, pretty strong. Other than that, I mean, that's a very small complaint. It just means it's clean, no problem, right? We go downstairs the day before. So I mean, that's what the whole time I'm praying. Just to let you know, I'm praying about should I keep my car? What's going on? And this is the latest. Like this is just what happened today. Today she finds my spare key in her purse. There's no way that it would ever be there. It was in my backpack. I told you my backpack was a bug out bag. I got some underwear. I got some socks in there, and I got just what I was going to carry on my back after I sold my car to CarMax. If you guys been following me, if you haven't been following me, maybe after this video you go watch the ones where I have CarMax and did I sell my car type videos, and then you can get filled in the whole way. So the day before, so that's just are those miracles or those coincidences? How did that happen? Okay. So those are just two of them. Those are one, that somebody decided to pay for me to be here for another week. The total stranger, don't know who they are. And then number two, that my spare car key ended up in her purse. Then number two. So number two is what I've been waiting to have, and I told you about in yesterday's video I said that it's so surprisingly, so surprising and so out there that you guys might not believe me, and I wanted her to be in the video so she could talk about it because she was there. So this is what I'm going to bring up now. That I'm going to bring up what I mentioned in yesterday's video, that I wanted her in the video. However, she's so damn busy. At some point I'm going to get her in there, but I don't want you guys waiting a month. Then I tell you what happened. Then by then you're like, man, you should have told us, right when that happened. You had us waiting so long. Now we don't care. You know what I mean? I hate waiting for information. So I'm gonna treat you guys the way I want to be treated. Yeah, a day or two not letting you know, trying to get a good video out is what my game plan is. But let me tell you what happened. So the day before I had the interview, right, she comes over here, and I meet her in the parking lot. number one, she was going to be in this area, so she told me she was bringing me clothes, and the clothes were for interview and for a couple days, and also she was bringing me some food over here that from the food she cooked that night. She also was checking out some stuff for a possible baby shower for her goddaughter around this area. So she told me she'd meet me over here. We meet in the. I guess I want to take a step back for a second. So I'll get to it, right? For anybody who's like, do you feel funny about her washing her clothes? Well, one, I'm homeless. I was living in my car. I didn't feel funny. Number two, she's actually been washing washing my clothes since I moved out here, even when I had my own apartment. Like, she's always been like that, dude. She's the one who offered. She's always been great like that. She was always very, very concerned about that kind of stuff. She's like a sister, you know what I mean? She's like family. I know that she has her own family and her own family dynamics, but that's what she's like. When I started truck driving with my first job out here in in the Midwest doing regional, I remember she was there when I went ahead and like she was showing me the different apartment complexes, and then I saw the one that I thought that made the most sense. I went ahead and moved into that place. When I moved into that place, and everything was really quick. I'm used to things taking a long time and everything else. It was super quick. Like within 3 days, I already had the keys to the apartment. Me having the keys to the apartment, like a few days later, after me living there, I remember it was a phone conversation or something like that. I'm like, yeah, the washing machine here looks filthy as hell. You got a spot that you'd recommend? From right then and there, she offered to wash my clothes, and she's been washing it the whole time. So like over 3 years, her washing my clothes, weekly. So like I used to go pick up my clothes, I'd drop off my clothes at her house and pick them up, and sometimes she'd be in the area and do it. My apartment complex got so bad where like it was already like when I left her my key and I'd be gone driving trucks at night, her and her daughters would pop over there. Like I remember around Christmas time, they were going to pop over there and actually put up my Christmas tree for me and help decorate it while I was at work, right? They pulled up and then they left. They said no, they weren't going to do it. There was just too much stuff going on in that parking lot, and they didn't feel safe. And that really bothered me. Like, why am I paying for all this money that I can even have my friends come over and visit? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna take a step back and fill you guys on what happened. She pulls into the parking lot. I meet her downstairs in the parking lot to get my clean clothes and clothes for the interview, and then also food that she had cooked that night. And when she pulls in there, I'm standing there and talking with her, and she was like, telling me, hey, when you have this interview, just giving me advice, like, hey, make sure you say this, make sure you say that, and that kind of stuff. And I was telling her, I was like, I really, I go, the only thing that I'm going to probably say is I want Sundays off because I want to start going to church again, is what I was telling her. And I said, I also don't know what to do. And her tags were supposed to go up that day. So the conversation from the interview started going into like, she's like, I'm running hot right now too. And when I got first registered my vehicle here, I did it with her and her daughter. Her daughter came with us. Her daughter, it was her youngest daughter, so no, she was not registering a vehicle. All of us went there because I didn't know what the hell I'm doing. She had to do it anyways. It just so happened to land on that stuff. And what's really funny as well, I won't talk about that, but nonetheless, we register our vehicles that day, and it was later in the afternoon, and I don't think we went to the DMV that day. I think we went to the DMV the next day. The next day, she went to the DMV by herself with her oldest daughter, right? I went to the DMV by myself because I still had to drive trucks at night. So I went down there, and they issued me the plates and all that stuff, right? And this whole time, my plates, I even talked about it in that video where I got pulled over by a cop and I didn't like her searching me, and I sat in the front, and then she was really confused, thinking my car was supposed to be registered in one state and not the next, and that she told me that my registration was expired when I'm like, no, it ends at July 30th. I'm holding the registration and showing it to her, pointing at it saying July 30th. I'm over at the CarMaxes saying, like when they said that they were there was a reject on my title and that they couldn't buy it, and I broke down and told them, I was like, I'm just be honest, Monday is the 1st, that's when my stuff's gone. I'm holding the piece of paper for the registration and I'm pointing at it. She even has it on her calendar that when her date for her vehicle it expires and mine. So keep that in mind, right? Then me talking about it on YouTube and everything else. So keep that stuff in mind. Well, we're in the parking lot. And we're talking about, her plates are due now too, and that she's running hot, and it's on the same month and as mine. We're both standing next to the car. She says, "Take a look at your your license plate," and I look at it, and it says August. Says August when it expires. And we look at hers, and hers wasn't expired that as well. She freaked out, like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And she, we're talking about it. She's got letters, and she's gotten stuff, sent to her saying, that hers is up too. You know what I mean? She calls her oldest daughter because her oldest daughter went with her there, and all that stuff they've been talking about, them registering their vehicles, and all that stuff. She's like, no, her daughter's like, "Mom, it was due July 31st. I open up my car door, I unlock my car door, I pull out my paper registration, and I pull it out, and it says that it's the end of August. So that's when my car expires. Now, it wasn't like that though. It was supposed to be July 31st or July. Well, it was not July. Ended in June, and then July is where that I'm running hot. So my registration and my tags and my title, well, not title, but registration and my tags and my license plate expired on the 1st of July. Hers was as well. Suddenly, it's not like that anymore. And I'm telling you that, that if you go back in that video where I talk about when I got pulled over by the cop, I'm saying that date. I was looking at all that paperwork. Is that a miracle, coincidence? Am I just stupid? And then I have the proof of her. So that's why I wanted her in the video, for her to be like, hey, we were just out there talking about that, and she could go down the list of how she knew that her tags were going to be due at a certain time, and that I could go down a list of how I knew that my tags were going to be expired at a certain time. I mean, I did all that CarMax paperwork stuff. On top of doing that CarMax paperwork stuff, I had to call the state to have them try to remove the reject on my title, because that's what's holding it back. The whole time of this going on, I've been praying, like, should I have, please God, give me a sign. What should I do about my vehicle? Do I keep it? Do I sell it? I really wanted to pop my hood and take a look closer to see, what the maintenance issues are going to be. I don't want the car, if I'm going to go ahead and can't take care of it. I definitely do not like the idea of running around living in my car if I have expired tags. I mean, they could tow my vehicle, and then they tow my vehicle, there's no way in hell I'm gonna get it out. Just a one-day tow is like $300. When they take it to the tow yard, for them to release it to me, it's probably $300. I don't have that kind of money. I got like $20 to my name is what I have. You know what I mean? And I'm stretching that through, trying to use it for gas and everything else. So I mean, is that a coincidence, or is that a miracle, or is it is it a coincidence or a miracle that somebody decided to pay for my hotel for another week? Also, that's why I kind of was feeling a little bit bummed, thinking that where I had an interview from would have called me by now. They still haven't called. I got some good advice in the comments saying, hey, sometimes it takes a while for them to figure out, put you on a schedule, or they're doing, they're doing their due diligence, doing a lot of interviews, and they're going to pick the best person for them. And that calling too soon was not a good idea. That if anything, that I should also, one of the good pieces of advice I got in the comment was that I should have asked this in the interview, like, when do you think you'll have a decision on who you're going to hire, so I know if I got the job or not? Basically is what, and then at that point, or maybe not saying it like that, something along the lines of, when are you going to hire this position? And then I would have, and if they said, oh, we're not going to hire anybody for 3 weeks, well, then it makes sense if you don't get a call for 3 weeks, you know what I mean? And then at that point, you could, the comment was basically, at that point, you call in to follow up. That's something I'm going to do moving forward. That was a great piece of advice. So that's just, miracles or coincidences. I would really love to hear from you guys about that. I talked about other miracles in other videos, like the way that my car, literally I prayed all day and it got miracled, and the check engine lights and everything like that stopped. It got itself out of limp mode. There's no explanation for that whatsoever. No coincidences. For something to go into limp mode like that, something has to happen to get it out of limp mode. for something like that to pop up, it had to be so bad that my car just doesn't just drive regular now. You know what I'm saying? And my car's been perfectly fine. Nothing, taking it on the freeways, doing 60, 70 miles an hour on the freeways, and no problems whatsoever. The city driving I've been doing, have I been driving like I once did, where I'm doing DoorDash and stuff like that, and putting on a lot of miles, doing a lot of stop and go. No, I've been babying it a little bit. I haven't done that, but I think tomorrow, if I got a week here, I might as well utilize. I also don't know how good the market is out here. I've never really I've done DoorDash here, but it's been such a long time ago. Things have changed quite a bit. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn my if that app doesn't work, I have a couple of other apps. Turn those things on and see if I can make some money around here. I could actually do it today, so I may do it a little bit later on today and do it to the evening shift. Maybe I won't even wait till tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, I definitely want to get this video out first and then decide. I mean, I have nothing else really to do other than that and fill out applications and try to improve the situation that I'm in. I'm trying to utilize the time that's been given to me, especially with staying in this place for another week. I actually love staying in this place. I am dreading having to move, live back in my car. I mean, it would be way worse dreading to go live on the streets and stuff like that. But I'm very comfortable here. I mean, it's not a bad price for unlimited electricity. I don't have to pay for gas. I don't have to pay for electricity. It's got full cable. It's got all sorts of channels. It's got air conditioner I can run the whole time. It's got really fast Wi-Fi. The shower in there is the best shower pressure I've ever felt in my life. The only thing that I would say kind of sucks is it's, well, if I had kids or if I had company over here, this place is kind of small, but that's not too bad. And it also doesn't have an oven, but I don't need an oven to cook. And if I decided I wanted to have an oven to cook, there's those, once you plug into a wall and you cook yourself, bake something in there if you wanted to, like bake some chicken or something like that, you know what I mean? But I really have enjoyed sleeping in here. I have really enjoyed living in here. And I got another week. I mean, that, are those signs? My personal belief is yeah. I believe that that the universe and I mean universe. I believe that God is watching after me. I know I'm stuttering on that a little bit because it's not always the most comfortable thing to talk about. You know what I mean? I believe that He has blessed me. I believe that He's watching after me. I believe that all this is to help me out. And if nothing good comes out of it, we have free will. You know what I mean? If I sat here and never moved and didn't do nothing to help my situation, of course nothing's going to change. But I'm utilizing everything, and it's been great. I'm really happy about it. There's other miracles that I've talked about in other videos, but I was gonna bring it up, but I don't want the video that long. But if you guys like, well, I mostly like longer videos, but I think for this context to cut it off right now, I want to thank everybody so much. And if you watch this far, put down the secret word will be town, TOWN. Put that in the comments. Let me know if you watched all the way to the end. Please hit the like, thumbs up, and I want to thank you guys so much.